We love to hear from you, the fans, our viewers. You're the most important people. One very important person is Kayla, who's up on the Skype wall now. She's coming to us all the way from LA itself. She's a Galaxy fan. She's a David Beckham fan. So I suppose the first question, Kayla, after welcoming you to the show is, are you delighted that you're going to get David Beckham back for probably another 2 seasons?
Absolutely. I mean, there never really was a doubt in my mind. I know a lot of fans did doubt it, but Beckham has always said his family is really happy in LA, and I just couldn't see him uprooting them to go to PSG for any amount of money. It's not like he needs the money, so I'm really excited.
Kayla, is it just football fans that obviously are aware of Victoria and David Beckham in America, or is it because they do all the chat shows, don't they? They do the Winfrey's and everything. So are they as massive over in America as what we think they are?
I would say they are. They're all over, like you said, they're all over talk shows. They go, they're on Ellen. They do a lot of things in the U.S. So I would say it's not just football fans that know about David Beckham. They may not, people may know who he is and may know he plays for the Galaxy, but have never been to a game. But he's definitely known, at least in LA for sure, and across the US, I would agree. He's pretty well known.
Yeah, I mean, they look around with the top Hollywood stars, don't they?
Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise is a big
Beyonce
friend.
and all that?
Like, are they friends of yours, Kayla?
No, they're not friends of mine.
Kayla, they must be.
Tell us the truth now.
You said you knew that he wasn't going, so you must have the inside track.
Yeah.
I stuck with my gut the whole time, and just, I had a feeling that he wasn't going to need the money, even though they offered him a crazy amount to go to PSG.
Yeah.
He just, every person I've talked to in LA always talks about how much his family loves it here. They're settled in Beverly Hills, and the kids are in school, and actually his oldest plays for the Galaxy Academy, so I couldn't see them leaving.
Okay, what would the Galaxy have been like without David over the next 2 years? We are friends. We call him David because he's in amongst the footballing elite here, as these two boys in the studio are with me. What would LA Galaxy be like without David?
I think the Galaxy without David would be hurting in the middle of the field, especially this past season. He was phenomenal. He had 15 assists, and just, without him in the middle of the field, we would have struggled a lot, especially losing Juninho in the middle. So it would have been tough to replace him, even though, some people say he's over the hill. At least for MLS, he's fit and ready to go.
And what about the image sort of thing about, Galaxy? I mean, Galaxy are David Beckham and vice versa. Is that right?
Among maybe the general public, yes, but to Galaxy fans, the Galaxy is so much more than just David Beckham. I mean, he's a big part, but there's much more than just that.
What's the relationship like now between Landon Donovan and David Beckham? Because when he first went there, Landon Donovan was quite critical, wasn't he, of David Beckham?
About
his lifestyle, about his, showbiz pals.
Not to his face.
Because Landon Donovan obviously had his nose pushed out of joint because he was the main man.
The star.
Yeah. They definitely, there was some heat between them for a while, but they seemed to make amends. And right after the Galaxy won the MLS Cup, I was there watching. The first thing they did was hug each other and give each other big kisses on the cheeks. So they seem to be doing well now.
But I think Landon Donovan came out and apologised to David Beckham, which was good to see as well on what we're talking about tonight.
Who's the most important player, the most influential player at the Galaxy, Beckham or Landon Donovan?
This past season, I would have to say that it was Beckham. He had 15 assists and 2 goals. Landon, is a leader on the field, but so is Beckham. And I think just based on stats alone and his, he just played his heart out every single game. And I went to every home game except for one. So I would know from seeing in person, Beckham was just... He was it this season for the Galaxy.
Do you see David Beckham going into the coaching role at Galaxy in any shape and form? Because I think he does want to get into the coaching side of the game.
Definitely. I see him after, his time is up with the Galaxy playing. I definitely see him going into the coaching role, especially with one of his kids in the academy now. I think he'll be with the Galaxy for a while beyond his career.
So with him staying, are you hopeful now that you're going to attract other stellar players into the MLS? Because obviously Robbie Keane's gone over there. So with David Beckham staying for the whole of the Major Soccer League, hopefully other teams are going to get bigger players.
I think it'll definitely help. I know there's been a lot of rumors floating around that the Galaxy were going to get other, big name players like Lampard or Eto'o, but obviously that's not going to happen with Beckham staying. But I do think having him stay in the Galaxy and choosing that route, it kind of gives the Galaxy a little bit of a boost, in the quality of the league, because he's choosing to stay here and thinks that it'll help him qualify get on the Olympics team. So I definitely think it's going to help a lot.
Okay, now Kayla, just before you go, make us all feel rotten here in Britain. We've got gales at the moment, 100-mile-an-hour winds. We've got lorries getting blown over on motorways. We've got the roof of our great race stand at Epsom being blown off. What's the weather like in LA?
Sunny and 80 degrees.
Sunny and 80 degrees.
Is that why you have a permanent smile?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Okay, after Mike told you all that about the 100-mile-an-hour winds, the rain, the wind,
yeah.
Do you think David Beckham's made the wrong decision?
Exactly.
I think he's definitely, the weather may have been a factor too.
I think so.
Okay, well listen, next time I'm over, Kayla, what about me meeting you in the King's Head in Santa Monica for a couple of drinks?
Sounds great.
Sounds great. We'll all come over and buy you a sherbet. We're very grateful to you for being on the show.
You're not old enough.
Kayla, make sure you take your purse because Mike won't have any money on him.
Did you hear that?
I'm 23. I'm old enough.
Yeah,
Of course you are. It's just that you look fantastic and we're all very jealous of you. But thank you very much indeed for coming on the show. We'll hope we'll see you again soon on Sports Night Live.
Thank you so much for having me.